I don't know about y'all, but it's kind of just getting sad to watch Plarium do what Plarium does. It's well beyond being frustrating. Almost beyond being entertaining. Now it's just kind of like, oh, you did it wrong again? You okay? You okay, you little bitch? We've got this champ chase with Ultimate Gallic or Supreme Gallic, whichever one is the new one, as the winnable prize, and it's like, I mean, of all the times to not do it like this, of all the times to not exclude 99.9% of the players, what a time to do it. So far, they've done an unnecessarily difficult fusion, which was doable. I'm sure it was doable, but like the point thresholds clearly went up. They're doing a Here Whales have Supreme Gallic event. They're doing, it's my understanding Supreme Aethel isn't even good. I haven't looked at them because I'm about as uninterested as I can be and still make content every day on the game. And then you've got Supreme Kale, who I've heard is pretty decent, but I haven't heard much about beyond that. But it's like, it's the 4th anniversary. And you've taken the starters. There were so many other fun things to do here. There were so many interesting things to do here. There were so many opportunities to give your players more, to show some appreciation, to do something fun. And yeah, I mean, yet again, it's not that way. I'm gonna be doing some videos. For those that don't know, I have gone back to Summoner's War on the 2nd channel, and I mean, loving literally every second of it. I believe in April, just a few days from now, we are on the brink of the 9th anniversary event for Summoner's War. I'm going to be doing some videos showing you guys what an anniversary event's supposed to look like in these games, because this isn't it. It's not even remotely it. So I know that a lot of you don't have an interest in playing Summoner's War, and I'm not trying to sell you on Summoner's War at any point. But I'm going to be showing you over the course of that event what they're doing, so that you can see what the problem is here. Why every content creator has a problem with the way that Plarium does this. I've been thinking just a lot about the structure of what they're doing, especially having been back in Summoner's War now, where so much of it is done correctly. And I think a lot about our events tab. I've talked I think since the first year I was here, I've been talking about the events and like wanting to see a little bit more out of them, wanting to see a little bit more creativity and interesting ways to do things. And being back in Summoner's War and seeing the events has just totally, like, I forgot. I knew that Summoner's War did it better, and I remembered some of the interesting and fun events Summoner's War did. I forgot the extent of creativity and fun involved in those events. And I was thinking, one thing that I think Plarium needs to do is change the name of this tab. This is not an event tab. This is a challenge tab. And I think there used to be a challenges thing down here. I think when you finish it, it goes away. I think it was called challenges, but either way, these are not events. It's not an event tab. It's a challenge tab. And if you just change the name of it, it changes the whole tone of it. You know what I mean? This is not a fun event you're participating in. This is a challenge you're trying to complete if you think that the rewards are worth it. It's very different. It's very different. Events, this has been my #1 critique of the events, is that they're not always supposed to be a net negative. You're gonna spend more than you get. If you ever complete an event, any event, except maybe the Fusion warm-up event, if you ever complete an event, you spent more than you got. And that's just the way it is. So I think if they would change this to challenges and then make a new tab for events, where they actually did events. That would alleviate a lot of that frustration associated with this. Tournaments, it is what it is. They're not creative, they're not interesting, but at least you know the tone. At least you understand you're competing against other players. If you want to be ahead of them, you're probably going to have to dip into your resources pretty heavily. And if the prize is good enough, you're probably going to have to spend. It's very poorly designed and uninteresting and unfun and blatantly a money grab. But at least you know what it is. We can't fault them in that sense. You at least know what you're getting into. Events, they set them up in this way that disguises them as like fun, extra things to do, rewards you get just for playing the game. It's not. They're challenges. We need a new events tab that's actually fun event stuff. That there's fun stuff to get. They released skins several months ago, and we have gotten so few skins. I don't know if maybe they weren't the moneymaker they hoped they would be, and that's why production on them has slowed down. You know, they dropped 3 Arbiter ones right out of the gate, 2 Cold Heart ones. We've got some Ronda Rousey ones. We've got some for the Login Champ. Trunda, Syl. Like we got quite a few early on, and they look fantastic. I meant to click this. They look amazing, as we expected they would. You know what I mean? If there's one thing they're always doing well, it's champ design. I mean, they kill this stuff. Where they screwed up. Where they screwed up was they don't know how to price them in an appealing way. They don't know how to package them in an appealing way. The closest they've come to it, if the pack is still up, is this. In my opinion, this is not so bad. $15 for just the skin is a little bit steep at first glance, but honestly, if they made it a $25 pack and threw in a few hundred gems and some energy, you know what I mean? Their presentation of the packs is awful. I feel like this is probably so heavily discounted because they didn't sell the way they hoped they would. So now they're trying to figure out how do we get people to buy these skins? I think I saw Chosen say in a video the other day he'd pay $5 for just the skin. I don't think 15 is entirely unreasonable, but it's just also not appealing. You have to spruce it up a little bit. I mean, I could show you. I don't know if there's I don't think there's transmog packs available right now. Summoner's War does. They usually drop 5 at a time. So that you open up the tab and there's 5 different monsters that have transmogs, and you can pick which one you want and buy a $30 pack that's also going to come with crystals and mana and some summons and some other stuff, so that you feel like you're getting other stuff when you spend the money. Or I think you can spend 100 and get all 5 monsters, and then also a big bonus of the resources stuff that you're getting. But you feel like you're getting something. Here it's like, all right, fine. Like, $15 isn't crazy, I guess, for a skin, but also, like, I'm gonna be looking at her back most of the time I'm playing the game and I'm using her. I'm also not using her a ton, and I'm not really paying attention most of the time I'm using her anyway. You know, Arena is the closest attention that any of these monsters that have skins are gonna get. It's kind of just a cool thing. And if you're into it, you're into it, and that's fine. I think it's a lot of fun. If I was spending money in Raid, I'm a prospective buyer, but not for these boring ass packs that are just. I think it was like $50. Is she not a barbarian? Am I blind? Oh, she's a Bannerlord. That's right. Not for, you know. I don't know. They just don't do it well, and that's kind of what I mean. They lack genuine creativity in kind of everything they do. We have these Doom Tower bosses that have skills that are this long. You know, you have to unroll a fucking scroll, and some people confuse that with creativity. It's just really just convoluted. I think they're just trying to make it so that you can't speed run it immediately, which is not going to happen in this community. There's a lot of smart players that figure this stuff out immediately. I don't know, man. It just feels like anything that's fun, creative, they either are not good at or they make no attempts to be good at. And it's just kind of gotten sad to watch, especially watching other games do it better, because it's not hard. It can't be hard. And if it is hard, copy them. Copy them. That's the name of the game. That's why we have all these games anyway. It's because so many games were just copying Summoner's War. So copy them. You gotta inject some fun into the game, or you don't, or don't. I don't know what else to say about it. It's just, I don't know, man. It's this is not it. This is not the move. Not for the 4th anniversary. Not for the Void Legendary versions of starters. This isn't the move. Create some fun for the players. You know what I mean? Everything in this game is sacrifice. Everything in this game is grind and brutal and tedious and frustrating. Do something fun. 4th anniversary is a great excuse. You know what I mean? Do something fun. That's it. I guess that's all I gotta say about it. Let me know what you think about the 4th anniversary festivities. Will you be going for Supreme Gallic? Are you planning on winning him from the champ chase? I still don't know if I think that's the reason they didn't want us to have scrolls, by the way. I'm still wondering if there's something else to come. I mean, that it seems like that was probably the reason that we got the random 2x, because not enough people used other scrolls for the fusion, because I think there's a lot of people not doing the fusion. I think they did that because they really want you to have to buy scrolls. Or I keep saying scrolls because I've been playing Summoner's War. Shards. I meant shards. They want you to have to buy shards if you want to do this. And you're going to have to, even if you've been saving for a while, because it's a whale event, and it's a blatant whale event, and it's the 4th anniversary. It's the, hey, everybody, thanks for playing our games. Thanks for keeping us relevant for 4 years event. Now spend a bunch more money and potentially get heartbroken. There's no guarantee you're not gonna, end up like Saffron Man. I think it was Sir Nick he was trying to get, right? And he welled out real hard and went real hard, and at the last minute he lost and got a Jingle Hunter instead. Spending hundreds and hundreds and maybe even thousands of dollars isn't even gonna guarantee you the champ. How wild is that? How wild is that? They made it a competition for the rich, for the rich players. It's sad. It's just sad at this point. I'm done rambling about it. I'm getting out of here. Later, guys.